F-18 right now? Is that what you're telling me? I think that's what you're telling me. That is effing nuts. Nuts! 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 What the fuck? He was just waiting for that. Fuck that. Are you... What the hell? Is my gun just not shooting or what? Get the fuck out of here. I don't like what I'm in. Gotta be kidding me right now. I don't know how I'm missing so badly. I feel like I should have had two more there with the guns. At first guy, I don't know how he flew through those fucking bullets. Usually pretty accurate with that gun. That was a little bit frustrating. Not gonna lie, I know they weren't the most accurate shots, but that should have got him in that one turn fight there. I don't know how he. We were at .6 and I had a pretty good lead on him. I don't know how the hell that missed. We got two. I'll take it. We'll do one more since we got two. Went in a match and got sniped by someone I didn't even know there. Isn't that the worst? Always the one you don't see, man. Always. That's why once I can start looking around, I mean, you still have to be able to get the performance out of your aircraft, but being able to have that situational awareness is just, I mean, that's what air combat is all about, is maintaining SA and maintaining visual. The second you can't see what your opponent is doing, you can already assume that he's got you beat, especially if you can't see him at all. Even just knowing where he is isn't quite enough. You have to be able to see what he's doing in order to, counter any moves that they're trying to make and maintain your own energy. And that's really, really difficult to do for me right now. I mean, it's difficult for anybody that can't look around, but of course, some people are better at it, than others. These guys that can fly while looking backwards, that is a huge advantage. And I'm not quite sure if I'm just not good at it yet, or if it's my keyboard, or if it's because I'm on console, but whenever I'm looking back, the only way I can fly is with the mouse. Like anytime I try to put in a flight input, it just kicks me back to first person. And I think even if I double binded that, I don't think that would work right. I don't know. We'll get better. We're getting better every day, absolutely. And if when bullet hell becomes a real thing, that's going to help me out a lot too. Because you don't get to really practice those gunfights very often. We've talked about that kind of before. Do you have what do you use? Do you use OpenTrack or whatever what we were talking about? I was doing some research on that. I guess there's a couple different programs you can use even with just your phone, which is kind of cool. I don't think any of the cameras even the 4K ones I have, I don't think have AI tracking or anything, but those programs still would work. So we probably will go that route at first. Although even track, and there was one other one I was looking at that someone used that's a little more compact than Track IR, and it was only like $80. I mean, it's not like it's that expensive. That's pricey, but if you get the usage out of it. And VR looks really fun. I love watching Craning play VR, man. That shit's legit right there. Get through that cloud. This is going to be an amazing hit if it hits. Get him. He pulled up at the last minute. Nice, we got him. What a hit. I'll take that shit all day long. Get him, get him, get him. Bang, 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 bang. Shit. Can't get cocky. God, those PLs, man. I can't multipath them. I can't. Oh, they just ate me up yesterday, too. Need a short shout out for him. Yeah, we hooked him up yesterday for sure. Head Seeker, huh? Interesting. We'll have to check him out. I love watching you sim guys. I mean, that's the best way I can practice right now is just watching you guys because one, I don't have the SL, so I don't have the confidence to go in there. And I'm always, especially with like this BR range, I don't trust the missiles, like I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. Head Seeker. And then, of course, old Wolf. I'm always going to call him Wolf. 3R. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, we'll definitely check him out. Throw him a follow. For sure, man. That's what this is all about. Especially the sim community, man. I definitely like staying connected with those guys. Because that's where it's at. I mean, ARB is fun, and I'll probably still play a lot of ARB, but once I finally have a setup, I mean, I love being in first person. I've never really played from third person like this before. So it's been fun, but first person's where it's at, man. Even in ARB, if you can play in first person, like I've kind of pointed out a few times, man, you get so much more information. It's crazy. But it is disorienting, especially if you can't look around, man. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I can see why some people get motion sickness. That I've ever lost. Plus, when I'm in first person, I have bad mouse control, so like I tend to not move the mouse. So when I pitch and then pull, yeah, it always wants to roll, like that. I'm bad at that. I'm not good at chasing my nose with the mouse yet. So that's why you kind of see me practicing it more. And then I'm still getting good with my finding good binds for my trim too. Trim is key in sim, which is that's very realistic. It's all about the trim, especially in the jets. That's what was killing me at first. The first few times that, early on when I first started playing the game, I'm like, oh, I can handle sim. I can jump right into sim. This is going to be easy. I've been playing sim my whole life. And I burnt right off the runway and crash, because it always starts you out with like double keybinds for the trim and stuff. So you may be pushing yaw or you may be pushing this, but you're also skewing the trim like full go. So you let off, but it still keeps going. It took me forever to figure out what was going on. Like, oh, everything's double binded for the trim, I see. I recommend you just going through it organically. Just sit in the test flight and just play with them until they're right. It may take a couple hours, and it's very frustrating, but the end result is always more ergonomic and feels better to you than if somebody just hands you a list of keybinds and say, "Here, set these up," because you still have to learn them. Even once you set them up, you still have to learn them. But if you set them yourself, then you know where every one of them is. It's more natural to you and you actually pick it up quicker. That hour goes by faster. So I do recommend kind of doing it, yourself organically, but it is a process, especially if you're just now setting up a stick and throttle and all that stuff. It's going to be a few hours, if not a couple days, before you get it right, especially from the research I've seen with this game. DCS seems to be a little bit more forgiving to the setup process, but I haven't played that game at all yet. Oh shit, what the fuck was that? That's the second magic too. How did he get there so fast? And he's already dead? What the fuck was that? Look at this. We're not even to the line of departure yet. How the hell did he get in there so fast? Well, that was what the F. Yeah, it's best to just kind of even turn them off at first if you're not used to setting trim, because that's a lot to chew if you've never flown an airplane before. What the hell is trim? No, I have to trim too. You can't just fly. And oh man, in helos, God, trim. If you didn't trim, you would just be fighting that thing. Picture this, we was both butt get banging on the bathroom floor. Give me 1 second here. I need to go get another water real quick. She never took her eyes off me. I'm just going to get a water real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Yep, flight sim will do it. That was my poison for decades. All through college, all through flight school, all through the military, we used flight sim for everything. Every training flight I would plot on there. You never give her a key, Shaggy, ever, ever. Matter of fact, I found the old joystick that I used to use. Back in the day, they didn't have, real nice, sticks and actual aircraft sticks and stuff like they do now. And they didn't have rudder, and they didn't have like a separate throttle quadrant. Like all of them were all in ones back in the day. Pretty much every one that you could get was just an all in one. These are the words that I told her. Okay, okay, okay. She caught me red-handed, creepy with a girl next door. Oh, I was gonna grab my stick here. You can hop up there, puppy. I forget that I had given her an extra key. What'd I do with that thing? It was right here. There it is. And I couldn't believe that this thing is actually still available today. And I've had it since college. It's like 20 years old. It's amazing. I couldn't believe that when I was doing my research that it was still available. But this is a stick that I used to use, that I used for probably 20 years to do Microsoft Flight Sim and everything else. But they're all built in. So your rudder, your throttle, like everything was always an all-in-one. Even the Thrustmaster ones that you could get back in the day, this was like the best